Welcome, everyone, to another Wednesday Lenten devotional. As we gather today, we do so with all the burdens we are carrying, with all the joys we have yet to share. So let us be in worship together. Let us carve out this moment to spread God's light throughout our lives, throughout all that we have to share. Be in peace. Be in community. As we have been saying for 3 weeks now, I am here. God is here. This is holy ground. Breathe in God's Spirit, center, and rejoice that we might share this time as one united community.
When Jesus wept a falling tear, in mercy flowed beyond all bound. When Jesus roamed a trembling fear, seized all the guilty world around. When Jesus wept a falling tear, in mercy flowed beyond all bound. When Jesus wept a trembling fear, seized others guilty all around. When Jesus wept a trembling tear, seized others guilty all around. When Jesus wept a trembling tear, seized others guilty all around. When Jesus wept a trembling tear, seized others guilty all around. When Jesus wept a trembling tear, seized others guilty all around. When Jesus wept a trembling fear, seized all the guilty world around.
A reading from Genesis chapter 9. God said to Noah and to his sons with him, I am now setting up my covenant with you, with your descendants, and with every living being with you, with the birds, with the large animals, and with all the animals of the earth, leaving the ark with you. I will set up my covenant with you so that never again will all life be cut off by flood waters. There will never again be a flood to destroy the earth. God said, This is the symbol of the covenant that I am drawing up between me and you and every living thing with you, on behalf of every future generation. I have placed my bow in the clouds. It will be the symbol of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth and the bow appears in the clouds, I will remember the covenant between me and you and every living creature among and below. Floodwaters will never again destroy all creatures. The bow will be in the clouds, and upon seeing it, I will remember the enduring covenant between God and every living being of all the earth's creatures. God said to Noah, This is the symbol of the covenant that I have set up between me and all creatures. In our art print today, this image of God's creatures being held in God's tender hand. Hear these words from the artist. In the beginning, God filled the formless void with color, texture, light, flavor, time, and life. God scooped the clay and carefully molded it, breathing life into the nostrils of humanity. These are the images of a tender, imaginative God who loves creation limitlessly. We must respond to God's covenant by protecting and keeping the earth. It is our responsibility. It is our calling. God meets us where we are, utterly dependent and bound towards self-destruction, but with a promise sealed with a bow, bursting with the endless spectrum of colors light holds. And yet, in this print, it is up to us to imagine that bow, that vibrant color, all of that endless spectrum. So I invite you to see into this image the God of color, the God who brings all of the varied spectrum of life into being, and that places into that hint of gold the goodness of the sun to rise again, to rise each morning and remind us that we are with God, that God has made a covenant to stand with us, to walk with us, to sit with us. God is here because you are here. Let the rainbow be a statement of God's unending covenant among us. So we close our time together. We invite ourselves back to the world that surrounds us. We know that we are centered. We know that we are God's. The tender, intimate God who holds our hand, gathers us into community, sends us forth once again. So breathe in God's Spirit. And blow out God's love, that we might be reminded that we are the light of Christ walking in the world. Go in peace. Be well.